Good morning everyone. Let us start the lesson number 2, Dear Departed part 2. We have already finished the lesson 1, Dear Departed part 1. So in that lesson, what happened in the first lesson? Let us have a small discussion. First of all, Abel Merriweather, the old man, 72 years old man, was supposed to be dead because when he was in a deep sleep, his doctor thought that he was dead. So she said to everyone, like her sister and everyone, and before they come, they stood because Amelia and Henry, her husband Henry Slater, have taken the slippers, clock and bureau of the old man. These three things of the old man. And now they came. Who came? Another younger daughter, Elizabeth Jordan and Ben Jordan came. Their son Jimmy, but we cannot see him throughout the lesson. We just hear him, that's it. That is son. And they came, they talked together and they thought to start dividing things up. And then they are discussing about the premium, insurance premium. They thought that he had paid the premium. So, to confirm it, whether he had paid the premium or not. Victoria was saying that he did not pay the premium. He just went to meet his friend. So, here, to confirm it, they wanted to search for the bill, the receipt of the premium. So, where is the receipt? They thought that it would be in the bureau. So, the bureau they have brought down, but they did not bring the keys of the bureau. So, they have sent for the keys Victoria, the 10 years old girl, the daughter of Amelia. She was scared but went there finally according to her mother instructions. So, they went up. She went up and brought before bringing the keys only, she was afraid, she was scared too much and they came out and said everyone that grandpa is getting up. So first of all they all thought the child is crazy because everyone knows that Abel Merriweather expired, but how could he get up? But now really if we see, he was getting down with a nightgown, 72 years old man with but a 70-year-old but seems to be very strong and sharp eyes. He was coming down. Everyone was staring at him. So that's the first lesson. Now let us come to this lesson. Now when he was coming down, everyone was really taking a back step because they thought if it is really Abel Merriweather or his ghost. He came, as usual, came down and I was asking, what happened to little Vicky? Vicky means Victoria. She was scared of me. What happened to her? Then Amelia came towards him and, Father, are you keeping quite well? Is that really you? Like that she started poking. Poking means touches him like this. So like because to see him whether he is a real man or not, if he is solid or not. They still have the doubt that he is a ghost. So she started poking him. Hey Amelia, what the devil did you mean by doing this? So it's a tomfoolery. That means foolishness. What happened to me? Hey, nothing happened to me. Then he saw his younger daughter and son-in-law. Oh, Elizabeth. That means Lizzie. He calls her Lizzie. Lizzie and Ben. So what a sudden surprise, because he also came to know that these two sisters were not at all talking to each other and Elizabeth was not coming to their house. So when he saw them there, he was really surprised. Hey, what a surprise here. And when he came to just wish his son-in-law open his hands like this, they went a little bit back. They have still doubt that whether he is really a real man or a ghost. So, and Elizabeth came out. Father, are you really quite well? Ah, yes, sir. What happened? I have a little bit headache. So, nothing happened to me. So, but everyone was really looking at him. And well, if you are waiting for me, let's sit here. Why are you all in a black dress? That means mourning dress. So somebody dead. They were saying that somebody dead. is a relation of Ben. Meanwhile, Victoria, small girl, she is now set and came to her grandfather and sat near his feet and just, "Oh grandpa, I am so glad you are not dead," she said. And everyone was stunned because she was revealing. They want to hide the secret that they thought he was dead. They thought that he was dead. But she was revealing. "Shh, Victoria," in a vindictive whisper. "Hold your tongue, Victoria." So, what Vicky? What are you saying? He was telling. Dead? Who was dead? But Amelia cleverly covered this into not dead father. She was asking about your head. So, she covered the word of dead with head. She was asking about your headache. "Oh, I'm okay. Thank you, Vicky," she was saying. "And why are you all mouthing us? I think somebody might have died. It may be in the family because all of you, everyone is in the black dress." Oh yes, they don't know what to say. And they were saying that a brother of Ben Jordan. So he is a brother of Ben. Brother, where does your brother live? They don't know. They were not prepared for this answer. What is the name of your brother? Brother means, they were saying, each one was saying one name. One is saying Albert, another one is saying Frederick, and another one is saying Isaac. So finally, Ben was irritated. "Damn it, I never had because he had no brother at all. But he had to say a lie there that his brother died there to cover their mistake. So here they started. Finally, he said that my brother Albert, Frederick, Isaac. He said so. Is a word which used in a hesitation. A means in anger. Hey, what happened to you? What a tomfoolery are you doing? So that is anger. Here, means hesitation. In Telugu we say, if anyone asks us, we say adi. In such a way we stop them. That is hesitation. So here also, where does your brother live? In Australia. He said so. Oh. Then when everyone came here, let us have some tea. I think you are all waiting for me. So let us sit together and have some tea. And when he was coming, he was asking first, "Hey Amelia, I could not see my slippers. Where are they?" Amelia was really and started afraid of that. Then he saw that Henry was wearing those slippers. Henry was trying to remove them now at that time. They were already so tied to him and he was trying to remove. "Hey Henry, what happened? Why did you wear my slippers?" he said. Then Amelia covered that. "Father, I only gave it to him because I told him to wear and stretch them to be comfortable to you." She covered in such a way, she only herself gave it to her husband to make it comfortable to her father. If they are stretched, because they are new. If they are stretched, they are comfortable to her father. So she covered the light in such a way. Okay. Then she dragged the slippers from her husband and gave it to her father. So first problem solved. And then they sat together and the kettle is ready. They are having tea. And then he found the bureau. Next. "Amelia, what the devil did you mean? What the dickens, what the devil did you mean?" So that means in an awkward way. Something. We say, I'm cheptanu. So irritation. So what the devil did you mean by this? So who brought this bureau down? "Hey Amelia." Amelia and Henry could not say anything because they thought that they'll be hanged. In such a way they felt. So Amelia, Henry, why did you bring my bureau down? Now Elizabeth started talking. "What bureau, father? Is that the one?" "What bureau, father? Is that the one?" "Yes, Lizzie, this is my bureau. I brought it recently." Oh, I have understood their double faced because how much of trick they have played. I don't think so. How could they do? How could now they wear the dead man's slippers in such a way. So I will say, Father, whatever everything I'll say. So I can't see that you should be robbed. You should not be robbed. I have been robbed. Who is robbing me? He was asking. Who will rob me? Who is robbing me? Amelia and Henry, they are robbing you. And I don't see you robbed. So I will reveal you. So meanwhile, Henry and Amelia was telling, Elizabeth, stop, don't say anything. Stop, they were asking her. But he was telling that, damn it, he thumped the table. Damn, someone said me, say me, what happened? So Father, I will say everything. Now who came? I will say everything. Elizabeth, the younger daughter, came and she is ready to say everything, reveal everything. Father, what happened, you know? They stole your things like thieves. They came to your room and after you did, they brought everything down. After who did? He asked. You. But I was not dead. You did not die. But they thought that you were dead. So they brought all your things down. And meanwhile only the clock struck 6 o'clock at that time. 6:10. Really? What is this? Clock also was brought by them down. So, Amelia, what is all these things? I could not believe my eyes. Why did you do all these things? So, all this was happened. They thought you were dead and they brought everything down. But I am not dead. But they thought you were dead. Oh, that's why you are all in black today. So, you think that I am dead. That's why you all came to see me. So, you think I am dead. That's why you all came. Oh, I understood now. Now I will say, so the Amelia started sobbing. Sobbing means crying. Father, sorry, like that. So, no need of this. This is somehow you are there is no chance of saying so. And Mrs. Elizabeth started scolding her brother-in-law. That means that is his sister husband also. You are such a poor creature. You do everything what your wife says. You do whatever your wife says in such a way. But they could not hold Elizabeth. She was starting and she was revealing everything out to her father. So father came to know each and everything. Now he stood. He stood and he started saying, okay, what happened till now I know. And you know that what are the things are the leftovers of me belongs to you both. Now I am going to change these things. I am going to change all these things. I am going to give all my things with whom I am living till at the time of my death. Okay. Then he has given another chance. Another chance means till now he will divide things up between they two, because half of the things to Amelia and half of the things to Elizabeth. But now what did he say? He wanted to give the things, all his things, whatever he has, to whom, with whoever he is living with. With whoever he is living till the end of his life. So both of them again started. Amelia said that, Father, you have lived so much time with Elizabeth, but not so that much of time with us. So you should live with us. Please be with us. And I am ready to say sorry what was happened already. And now Elizabeth said that, I don't think so. Father will live after all this happened. I don't think so that Father will live after all this happened. So Father don't like to live with you, I think. So Father, let us go. We will live together. You can come with me. So and now Abel Meriwether understand that. So both of them want him to be to make him along with them, just for the sake of his property, not for him. So he stood and okay. have said me, I know that. But I just want to say you something. I know that it is a burden to you to look after me. But I want someone who makes it as a pleasure. That means who is taking care of me as a pleasure, not a pressure. So I should not be a burden to anyone. So I am looking for someone of that. And then Ben suggested, okay, Mr. Merriweather, you have to take a decision that you have to live with one of your daughters. So you can select with whom you want to live. You can do it, there is no problem. But he said, no, I don't want to live with any one of you. I don't want to live with you, Amelia, and I don't want to live with you, Lizzie. I am going to do 3 things on next Monday. The first thing is I want to alter. Alter means change my will. Will means will nama antaru kada. That's. So I want to change my will. And the second thing is I want to pay the premium, insurance premium. For this only they were discussing about. He did not actually pay and he wanted to pay it the next week and next Monday. And the third thing is I am going to get married. Everyone was really shocked. What? Are you out of senses? Getting married at this age, at the age of 72. Yes, it was already settled, but I did not reveal it to you. Just I want to say you when the time comes. Now it's the time. I want to say, I want to marry. But marry? Whom do you want to marry? I want to marry the restaurant owner, the Ring O Bell restaurant owner, Mrs. Jan Charles. Mrs. Jan Charles. Okay. And the next Monday afternoon, 12 o'clock at the St. Philip's Church, we are going to get married. So let's go. And it is very easy for us because you have already got the bureau down. Monday we will take the bureau from here easily. So thank you everyone. And next Monday I am going to get married and do all these things. So by this he taught a lesson to his daughters. So I have understood. I think so no daughter can do like this. But here such kind of people also repeated around us. So writer want to say in such a way. So thank you children. Thank you very much.